Hello, thank you for taking the time to watch this short introductory video about Quadtronix. So who are we? Well, we're a national organisation founded over 20 years ago with over 100 man-years of experience within the managed document space. We also have a very strong focus on community projects, and you can see a couple of examples of those there. So what is it that we actually do? Well, we focus on three main areas within our business. We look at hardware, software, and then lifecycle management that can support both of those first two elements. So in terms of hardware, we're looking at things mainly around output devices and how they can be managed more effectively. Then increasingly, it's important to link that with software into your other systems that support your business, and then making sure that all of the information that's flowing within your business is managed properly throughout its workable life. If you then put a wrap around all of these three areas, you have a full managed document solutions offering, and that's the true value that we deliver to the marketplace. So who do we do this for? Well, the problems of managing documents and information effectively are pervasive across all sectors. So you can see here that we work for charities, financial organizations, and professional services industries. And how do we deliver that to our organizations? Well, you need to work with a partner who's focused on delivering true financial, tangible benefits to your organization. You know that you need to make changes within your managed document space, but any change comes with risk, and you need to be sure that you're working with someone who can offset that as much as possible. If you're going to make a change, you need to know that all of those changes are visible and they're delivering tangible benefits to you and your business. You also know that nothing ever stands still and that your business is going to be developing over time, and with that comes a need for flexibility from your partner to make sure that whatever is put in place today can move and change with your business as you go forward to make sure that it's still delivering that value in 3-5 years' time. And finally, you need a partner that's going to deliver truly efficient services that are going to make you as competitive as you can be in your marketplace. In our introductory video, I took you through the value proposition that detailed the 5 key areas where we deliver true benefit to our clients. And in this presentation, I'd like to focus on the first of those. So how do we deliver proven savings to the organizations that we work with? Well, typically, this is focused in 3 main areas. Firstly, we do a digital audit to understand what's supporting your current infrastructure. Secondly, we come into your business and do a physical audit to make sure that we have a line of sight on every single device inside your organization and understand why it's there and what it does. And finally, and most importantly, we then hold interviews with the key stakeholders to understand the challenges and concerns they have with the current solution and what they'd like to see from any future solution. Once we have all of that information, our in-house experts sit down, collate all of the data, and build a bespoke proposal designed to meet your specific needs. And this is made up of a number of key things, the devices that we're going to deploy, the software that's going to support them, how we're going to maintain that contract, deliver that contract to you across the life of it, and also how that's supported with a financial offering that makes sense to you. But the key thing here is that we're not linked to one manufacturer of product or one provider of software. So we can mix and match across the industry space, across a complete view of providers to give you the right machines supported by the right software to deliver a solution that's going to meet your needs. But it's not just about the solution we deliver on day one, it's about the ongoing service and support once that's been implemented. So you need to know that should something go wrong, when one of our engineers walks through your door, they're going to solve that problem the first time they're there. And as you can see, our first-time fix rate is well over 90%. Also, parts are going to be needed at various points throughout the life cycle of the contract, and we have a very strong parts infrastructure that means we're running at nearly 100% in terms of having those parts available the next day. Finally, if the solution isn't working, then your business isn't working. So uptime is vital. And as you can see here, uptime is running at close to 100% across all of the contracts we manage. So now I'd like to take you through a specific example. RSPCA had a typical office environment. They had standalone copiers, fax machines, and printers. And that meant that their monthly costs were significantly higher than they should be. We came in, took them through the process that I've just detailed to you here in this presentation, and put forward a solution where we consolidated all of those output needs into one multifunction device offering. That significantly reduced their monthly costs by over 40%. But don't just take our word for it. Here's what Alan Harper, a branch manager in the Northwest, had to say. So as you can see, working with Quadtronix will deliver true value to your organization. In an earlier presentation, I took you through our value proposition and the 5 key areas where we deliver real benefit to our clients. Here I'd like to focus on the second of those and take you through some of the things that we put in place to make sure that the risk that you're exposed to when taking a change in your organization is as small as possible. So, every time you implement a new strategy around your managed document space, you are needing to execute change. So how do we work with you to make sure that that's as least disruptive as possible? Well, firstly, we need to take time to fully understand what the current situation is, but what your needs are going forward. Secondly, we then need to look to how we can put in place a solution that gives you the most efficient environment to work in as your business develops. And finally, you need to know that there's ongoing analysis of that situation to make sure it's continuing to meet your needs as you move forward. But the key thing whenever a change is being implemented within an organization is that there's no impact on your day-to-day business. You can continue to deliver to your clients whilst this change is taking place. As you can see here, one of our key clients was able to do this. Here's what Jackie Borman, the IT manager at Conway, had to say. So, in other areas, we also support companies as they're going through significant change as well. We've had a long-standing relationship with Paul, supporting their head office needs. And initially, this was through standalone printers. However, these were no longer right for their organization. As they had grown and their head office had got bigger, their needs changed, and they needed a full MFD suite to be able to continue to support that growing head office. However, we were also able to identify that there were challenges at one of their other offices as well, because they weren't connected. So we delivered the same solution to their Acton office, and now everything was networked and everyone had access to the same solution, and their business was able to sustain their growth and deliver things more effectively going forward. In another example, at kwickpack Business Solutions, they had a real issue around the quality of the scanned images that they were getting from their current solution. As you can see here, the quality of those images was very, very poor. There was a lot of waste, and it resulted in a very manual process after the scan had been taken to be able to capture the data. After we'd implemented new technology, you can see the quality of the scans improved dramatically, and this reduced time in the process and significantly improved productivity. Within kwickpack, it was taking one person the best part of their entire working week, over 30 hours, just to manage this process. So that meant that they were going to have to employ a second person to do that. But when they worked with Quadtronix, we were able to reduce this down to around 7 hours a week. So 20% of the time it took them previously. And this resulted in a significant saving of nearly £15,000. Not only that, but it also drove up morale and delivered an ROI to the business within 3 months. So the value of working with an organization like Quadtronix is that you have a trusted advisor that can come in and help you understand, listen, and put forward suggestions that are going to improve your business. And if we can bring in one right solution, then we can continue in a partnership model and continue to deliver value to you as you move forward. All of this means that you're working with a true partner who understands your business, and again, this helps offset the risk of change because we're operating from a very good level of understanding each time we're bringing in new suggestions to help you improve your business. As you can see here, we have a strong team of fully accredited people that are able to perform this trusted advisor role. Thank you for taking the time to watch this short presentation around offsetting some of the risk of change. We look forward to talking to you and hope to be able to deliver a successful solution to you in the future. And here I'd like to focus on visibility. And we feel this falls into 2 main areas. Firstly, the benefits this can bring you from a total cost of ownership point of view. And secondly, the comfort it can give you around the security of your information. So let's look at total cost of ownership first. There's a risk with any ongoing service solution that with a different provider, your costs could continue increasing over time. However, if you work with Quadtronix, we can focus on making sure that we're constantly looking at ways to reduce your total cost of ownership. This could be through things like rules-based printing, such as making sure your employees only ever print duplex or black and white, unless there's business reasons why they need to do otherwise. giving you full visibility across all of the data within your organization so you know how things are being used, what they're being used for, and therefore you can control things better. And finally, right down to individual usage. So if there's some education we need to do with key employees or key employee groups to bring them into line and help reduce costs, then we can do that as well. So keeping these three areas in mind, you can see here a report that details the kind of information you can get from the software that we would implement as part of our overall solution. You can break things down by user group, or as I said before, right down to individual user level. And here's a case study to show how a solution over time delivered real total cost of ownership savings to a client of ours, Lark Insurance. So in year one, it was a single MFD with a service agreement to support that MFD. Over time, their business grew and it became a 9 MFD contract. Then we moved into networked MFDs, and that delivered a saving of nearly £3,500 per quarter because those networked MFDs were supported by software and a fully managed print plan. So they had full visibility of all the information, and the staff were educated on how to use the solution in the most efficient manner. But again, let's see what Lark had to say about how this helped their business. So as you can see there, this delivered additional savings throughout the life of the contract. Now let's focus on the security of your information. Security is key, and one of the objections that we often hear in our interviews when we're understanding a business need is, my printing is very confidential, I don't want it left on the MFD at the end of a corridor. Well, through forcing your employees to log in or even swipe cards at the device, their printing isn't released until they get there to collect it. So they know that there's no vital information left lying around on office floors, and it gives people that comfort factor that a multifunction device fleet is the way to go. Giving people control of that information and the security comfort factor is important, but it's only one element. There's the email and traditional post methods as well, where you still need to have that complete view of all your information, both from an inbound and an outbound perspective. And providing you that security and that comfort level across all methods of communication, whether they're coming into your business or leaving your business, is truly vital. And working with Quadtronix, you will get that comfort factor across the entire gamut of your information landscape. And here, I'd like to focus on the fourth of these, flexibility. It's all about working with a partner that can deliver a solution that's going to add the same amount of value it does on day one through every single day of the contract as your business grows, develops, and changes over time. So how are we able to do that? Well, there's a number of key things that we can build into our complete solution. Firstly, we can maximize the lifetime of the equipment that's deployed so that you get the best value from the assets that are used. Secondly, we can add new services to the contract as your business grows and develops, or as new options come available into our marketplace that we can deliver into your business. Thirdly, we can flex the service provided by ourselves to meet the needs of your business. So should you need a larger fleet because your business is growing and expanding, we can do that within the contract. Or should there be a need to shrink for whatever reason, we can do that as well. And finally, we can provide document management software that gives you complete control and visibility of all of the information within your business. When you wrap all this together with one supplier who can become a true partner to your business, such as Quadtronix, you get a complete solution that gives you the flexibility to know that someone is looking after your information and document management needs whilst you can focus on your business. How do we do that? Well, we have complete independence in the marketplace, so we can look across the complete suite of manufacturers and select the one that's right for you and your business and couple that with market-leading software so that you know the solution going forward has the flexibility to continue to meet the changing needs of your business. In our introductory presentation, I took you through the 5 key value areas where we deliver significant benefits to our clients. And here, I'd like to focus on the final one of those, efficiency. So what does that mean to your business? Well, we believe that efficiency within the managed document space is built around 3 key areas. Firstly, what's the impact to your business's carbon footprint? Secondly, how can we improve the processes that support your staff and make them more efficient? And finally, what's the cost implication to your business? Through working with Quadtronix, we can address all 3 of these areas. So any solutions and services we put forward have a strong environmental focus, ensuring that you're minimizing energy consumption and recycling wherever possible. The software that we combine with the machines that we put into your business enables streamlined processes that makes your employees more efficient. And throughout the life of a contract, we're constantly looking at ways to drive down cost and deliver that benefit back to your business. So let's take a real life example that we came across with one of our clients. When we went into a business to look at purely a printer that was supporting an output process, we came across some very unhappy people and a process that set off alarm bells with us that wasn't running as efficiently as it could be. They were using 2 temporary staff as well as permanent employees to deliver the work, and it was taking them far too long. The problems really came from the number of manual processes and handoffs they had within the process as a whole as it stood. It was making it very labor intensive, very time consuming, and not delivering any value to their business or their clients. Through putting in better equipment and streamlining and automating the process, we were able to remove the need for any temporary labor, speed the process up, and deliver a better overall solution. So it left us with happy clients and happy employees, and it significantly reduced the overall time in the process. And here's what the key client had to say about that from MSIG. So the key point there is they achieved an ROI within 18 months. We'd really like to work with you and help you drive efficiency in your business. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this presentation, and we look forward to speaking with you.